built this house. His name was Asa Tiff. Just happened to have a portrait of Mr. Tiff right up there behind me. Mr. Tiff was born in the early 1800s, and by the mid-1800s, he became a fabulously wealthy and successful sea captain and marine architect. He built this house in 1851, really the finest and largest house in Key West at the time, and he lived here until 1889 when he died of natural causes. Unfortunately, when he died alone, and he died without a will. Well, we all know what happens when that occurs. Relatives come out with woodwork, make claims on the estate. Exactly what happened in this case. This property got tied up in litigation, and the house remained boarded up and vacant for 42 years, until 1931, when Ernest Hemingway and his second wife, Pauline Pfeiffer, purchased it. They paid only $8,000 for the property, which essentially ended up paying off the back taxes over time. Okay, guys, I'm going to be talking all about those things as we go around the property. Let me just quickly point out this lithograph behind you guys. Of course, on our left, that's Ernest Hemingway depicted. I think if we all generally know him as the public envisions him, you know, gray beard, gray hair. Not that I have anything against gray beards or gray hair, but that's not what he looked like when he lived down here in Key West. He was in his 30s, dark, swarthy, very charismatic looking man. And the gentleman on our right is named Gregorio Fuentes. Mr. Fuentes was a man of Cuban descent, became one of Ernest Hemingway's very best friends down here in Key West. In fact, he became the first mate and cook on Hemingway's new boat, the Pilar. We guys, you can kind of see the Pilar in the center of the lithograph, but we have this full wall exhibit dedicated to the Pilar. That's because it was so important in Ernest Hemingway's life. Purchased while he was living down here in Key West, 1934, custom built for fishing, beautiful 38-footer. And guys, on any afternoon from 1934, after Hemingway took possession of the Pilar until December 1939, when he left Key West for the final time, that's where you'd find Ernest Hemingway, back of the Pilar, rod and reel in hand. He was an avid deep-sea fisherman. It's said that Mr. Fuentes was the model or inspiration for the character Santiago, who of course was the fisherman in Hemingway's great and classic novel, The Old Man of the Sea, which Hemingway won the Pulitzer Prize in 1953, and which contributed to him winning the Nobel Prize of Literature in 1954. Alrighty guys, I'm just going to ask you to take a quick look at these Parisian chandeliers. That's only because I'll be picking up on the theme of chandeliers once we get over to the dining room. So guys, I'd ask that you follow me over there, and what I'm going to ask you folks to do, fan out on the other. Hey folks, I mentioned the chandeliers in the living room. Guys, as we go around the house, we're going to see a lot of beautiful examples of European chandeliers. In fact, one in every major room. These were all purchased and brought down here by Pauline Pfeiffer. Again, was Ernest Hemingway's second wife, only of his wives to live down here in Key West with him. She had been a fashion editor for Vogue magazine in Paris, France. One with some refined taste. She loved chandeliers. Some right here's from the island of Milano, we're off the coast of Venice, Italy. Beautiful piece of Venetian blown glass. Also, guys, in a couple of minutes, we'll be leaving this room, heading up the stairs. As we go through this hallway, check out the chandelier of Morris Crystal from Spain. Other than that, I'm pretty much going to leave it up to each of you. Check out the other chandeliers around the property. And also, as we go around the house, we're going to see a lot of fine examples of 18th century or earlier Spanish furniture. Hemingway loved Spain, loved to travel in Spain. Dining room table is a good example. 18th century Circassian walnut from Spain. Beautiful leatherback chairs and sideboard from Spain. Guys, about 90% of the furniture and accessories you're going to see around the house exactly as they were when the Hemingways lived here in the 1930s. Now, guys, I do want to give you a brief biography on Ernest Hemingway. But folks, when I say brief, I've got to cover 4 wives, so it's going to take a couple minutes. Okay, Ernest Miller Hemingway was born on July 21st, 1899 in Oak Park, Illinois. That's a suburb of Chicago. That's where he grew up and lived until 1921, when he met and married the first of his 4 wives, and that's this good-looking gal right up here, Hadley Richardson. Now, folks, we put Ernest here in the middle of his 4 wives, which is usually where he ended up anyway. Come on, look at the nice smile on his shoulder. Come on, guys, let's have a good time. What do you say? I'll get you out of here in time to have happy hour, I promise. Okay? Very quickly after their wedding, Hadley and Ernest moved to Paris, France. Now you'll be talking all about Ernest's parish years once we get upstairs, because they were so important in the formation of his literary career. They lived in Paris, and guys, do you want to pull in a little bit if you can, or maybe go around here? I just want to make sure you can see what I'm pointing to. Okay, just got to keep the photos. I'm going to shut off the room now. We are large enough. Okay. Okay, guys, well, as I said, their marriage lasted from 1921 until 1927. And the only reason it ended in 1927, Hadley made a big mistake. She made best friends with a young lady I've already mentioned, who was also living in Paris at the time. And of course, that's this cutie pie right up here, Pauline Pfeiffer. Well, of course, that meant the three of them began hanging around together. Pauline started a torrid affair. Hadley found out about it and divorced him in 1927. Pauline and Ernest were married 2 months after that divorce. In early 1928, Pauline and Ernest decided to leave Paris and do a little traveling. First went to Havana, Cuba, and they decided to stop off here in Key West, Florida for a couple of days. Folks, as soon as Ernest Hemingway got down here to Key West, he fell in love with this place. The ocean, the fishing, the bars, and a lot of the people that Ernest met down here and hung around with formed the basis for many of the characters in his novels and short stories. Okay, so Pauline and Ernest lived down here in Key West, 1928, 1939. And guys, the only reason it ended in 1939 is this young lady right here came to town, December 1936. Starting to pick up on a trend here, guys. That was Martha Gellhorn. Martha Gellhorn was already a war correspondent writer of some international fame in her own regard. Guys, she came to town right around Christmas time, 1936, ostensibly to be on vacation. Folks, her purpose in coming to Key West, Florida, was to meet the famous author, Ernest Hemingway. So how does she do it? She puts on her cutest little black cocktail dress. She moves directly over to Sloppy Joe's Bar and Grill, where she knew she could find that famous author anytime late afternoon, early evening. Sure enough, they met. Sparks flew. They started an affair. Pauline found out about it and divorced him in 1940. Martha and Ernest left Key West together for the final time, December 1939, moved to Havana, Cuba, where they were married in 1940. And guys, just briefly, Martha and Ernest, not a good relationship. Very headstrong, competitive people in the same line of work, but they managed to last 5 years until 1945, when Ernest traveled to London, England, to do an article for Collier magazine on World War II. And while he was in London, he met another correspondent, this one from Time magazine. Her name was Mary Welch. That's this gal right down here on the lower right. And folks, to be completely honest with you, this time Ernest Hemingway was really smitten. Mary was his kind of woman, adventurous, loved to fish, loved to hunt, loved to drink rum like her husband Ernest Hemingway. She stayed with him the longest of all of his marriages, 16 years until his death in 1961, which I'm also going to talk further about upstairs. Guys, before we head upstairs, let me briefly introduce Ernest Hemingway's 3 boys. He had 3 sons, one by Hadley. He's shown up here on the upper right. His name was John, better known as Jack. And Jack was the father of 2 daughters I think some of you may have heard of, Margot and Myra Hemingway, a famous actress and model. And 2 boys by Pauline. They're shown here in the center photograph. Patrick on the left, Gregory on the right. And those 2 boys grew up in this house. And folks, if you look carefully, you might be able to make out kind of a fluffy white object in the younger boy's arms on the right. Well, that fluffy white object is none other than Snow White the cat. Snow White the cat was the very first polydactyl cat here in the Hemingway household, and was also 32 times over. And we've counted it, guys. The great-grandmommy of all the cats you're going to see out and about the premises, all of these cats inside and outside, directly descended from that little white, fluffy Snow White.